is anemic. Wait, let's, because some people like, I just imagine how like our viewers, some of our viewers would be like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Especially so BB.
Yeah, how I present, I'm like, so BB's anemic.
She's gonna die tomorrow.
Yeah, she's dying. Anemic just means you don't have enough iron. That's all.
Yeah.
Right? It's not some wild fucking thing. So she's anemic. And the doctor was like, and BB's like, well, what do I do? And the doctor's like, well, you need more iron. And she's like, well, do I take pills? And the doctor's like, we gotta eat meat. You gotta eat like red meat. She's like, I hate red meat.
Yeah.
So she hates it, right? Or at least that's what she told me.
Yeah.
And she's like, I hate red meat. I don't eat it. And I was like, well, what kind of red meat have you ever had? And she's like, well, Cambodian beef. I was like, those are just big cats. It's not a fucking cow. They're like, they walk like fucking feminine, like that's the cows here. She's like, well, they're not good. I'm like, well, no fucking shit. There's nothing on them. It's just bones. Like you're eating bone. Like that sucks. I'm like, you're not even gonna get iron out of that anyways. So I take her to a steakhouse. And because we've been to 2 other steakhouses. And she was like, yeah, it's okay. And I was like, all right. And it was Australian beef. Okay. Australian beef. We have Australians that watch us.
Yes, we do.
The beef is good. Maybe because it's frozen and brought here.
Yeah.
Could be a problem. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with your cows. They have that. All right, we're going to stop right there. I'm not going to say anything more about that. We don't want to offend our Sydney friend who probably eats Australian cows. Australian cows will be like, hey, mate. I don't know why that's funny. Don't you figure like Australian cows have Australian accents? Anyways, so we had Australian beef.
Yeah.
It's all right. And then she's like, okay, it's okay. And then I took her and we actually ended up having American beef.
Right.
And she fucking loved it. She was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So she ate a lot of it, right? And basically like, I was like, yeah, this is good, but it's not like what it's actually like in the States. And then she's like, well, what is that like? And I was like, all right. So I ended up making her the thing today, right? I made her steak today. Yes. And it wasn't even American beef. It was New Zealand beef. And this is going to make fucking Australians even more mad. But New Zealand beef is better than Australian beef. Maybe it was that one cow, right? Maybe it was Daisy, right? Daisy, the fucking cow from Australia, was just not a good cow, right? But the New Zealand beef that we got, the New Zealand cow, he was good, or she was good. Because that would be a bull if it was a guy. Yeah. So she eats this and
I'm just losing my mind.
She's upset. She's obsessed. She's like in her head, she tells me, she's like, I can't even eat chicken anymore. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, the chickens will be fucking happy. Like, cows are pretty upset right now. Not Australian cows. Australian cows are fucking, they're clapping. That's how cows clap. Because they got hooves. They're like, hooray. American cows are like, bring it on. So, but she loves like American style,
Yes.
which I knew we had a style, but I put it on a skillet, right, like a pan, and I made it that way. I haven't done that in years. We usually just grill everything, right? It's like we're a lot like South Africans in that sense, because South African, I challenge you to meet a South African person and have them not mention a braai in the first fucking 10 minutes that you're together. Like, it will happen. They're like, what about a braai? We do a braai? Braai is a fucking barbecue. Like, that's it, right? But they love them. They absolutely love braais. Every single South African I've ever met, right? Braai. That's what we do. But we barbecue, right? Usually somebody's passed out drunk, right? Fell in the pool or something, right? We usually shoot some guns off, some fireworks that happen. It's usually a fist fight. Like, it's a really good fucking time. So it's, yeah. There's always two people. There's always two people that walk in with some kind of animosity, and then they end up fighting. And then they end up fucking being drunk at the end of the night, and they're like, I love you, man. That was, we had to do that. And then, and then they're all good for like 7 days, and then the next Sunday rolls around and they're fist fighting again. That's an American barbecue, right? And we also have beans. Because Americans fart a lot. You didn't know that, did you?
No.
Americans fart a lot. Even the women. Mostly the women. But they hide it better. It's like silent farts. The way they train them when they're young. They do. So anyways, we don't have like tons of American people that follow us.
We have some.
Yeah, my mom. Sorry for disclosing your secret. Like, my mom watches, so I have to be careful about what I say. So I don't cuss that much. Not that fucking much. Just somewhat. I've been trying not to. She doesn't care though. Anyway, so we have these barbecues, women fart, men fist fight. Like, it's pretty much how it goes. But BB became addicted to fucking steak. She won't even eat chicken anymore.
I don't want it now.
It won't happen. So all she eats is steak now.
Yes.
I don't know what's going to happen to her physically. Like, I'm not even talking about weight. I'm just talking about her insides. Like, I don't know what happens when all you eat is beef, right? Like, do you turn into an American? I don't know how that works. It's actually like, if you want to become a U.S. citizen, there's a 72-ounce steak challenge that you have to abide by. Well, it's like it's kilos, right? Yeah. So, I don't know, 6 kilos in under an hour.
Ooh, okay.
Basically eat an entire fucking cow. Like, you gotta butcher it. And then you gotta eat the whole thing within like 2 hours. And then you can be a citizen. Just saying. So if you want to be an American, that's how that works. So she's turning into an American that way. She's just eating every single piece of fucking meat she can possibly find. I'm happy about it because I like steak. So she's like, well, we're going to eat it every night. We're going to cook it every single night. I was like, all right, I'm game. Like, so I was like, can we have some seafood though? She's like, no, only steak. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, what about like, salad or asparagus, something like that? She's like, no, just steak. Steak and Coca-Cola. It's the most American shit ever. And then she's like, throws a punch at me. She's like America, right? I'm like, no, men and women don't fight.
Women fart.
Women fart. She's like, I need to go to the bathroom. Toilet never flushes. And I go in there and I'm always like, oh my God. She's like, what? Like, that fucking smell. She's like, I didn't do anything. She's one of those women though that'll like go in the bathroom, not like poop or anything, but like sit on the toilet and fart into the toilet and then flush it. And then hopefully the smell will go down with the water.
And it does. I swear to God, it helps.
See? I'm not making this shit up. This isn't like American animal fighting.
No.
Not like the short we had. It was like, yeah, like bears and kangaroos and, giraffes and shit. We have them fight each other. We take bets. See which one's the toughest. I thought the convict part was awesome. I couldn't even get it out. It's like convicts. Yeah, convicts will go fight bears and, alligators and shit like that so they can get their sentence reduced if they live. 3-fight minimum. The last animal is an elephant. Never seen anybody take them down. Anyways, this is so stupid. So stupid. So I have to apologize for the video tonight.